Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we are thriving.
Clearly.
Siri, what are you drinking today?
I grabbed a water.
Good job. I have a mint limeade kombucha. This is my current favorite flavor.
Hmm.
It's very yummy. It tastes like a key lime pie.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say that sounds like it would taste like a mojito.
I could see how you would think that. I really don't taste the mint that much. I mainly taste the limeade. But to me, it tastes like a key lime pie. It also kind of tastes like that frozen limeade at Chick-fil-A,
Oh.
which I did try, and it's really yummy. Anyway, LA is still on fire.
Mm-hmm.
We're more on fire right now than we were 8 hours ago, so that's fun.
Yep. There's a new fire in Santa Clarita.
Mm-hmm.
I could see the smoke from my classroom, so that was fun.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I keep watching the evacuation zones because they keep issuing more and more. And they just keep getting closer to Jasenia, and I'm like, hi, friend.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was my birthday. We did a lot. Siri's nodding.
Well, because I'm trying to remember what we talked about at the last podcast. I think we were prepping for
Yeah.
the party.
Yes, the party wound up getting rescheduled. I can't remember if we talked about that or not. We
did, because we had a podcast that came out last week.
We did.
That's why I was like, yeah, we talked about some of your birthday.
Okay.
I can't remember if we talked about
Vegas.
Vegas, probably.
We did, because we talked about our tattoos.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we got tattoos in Vegas, and then my birthday party was this past weekend. I think it was really successful.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really good party. Yeah. Lost a couple people because of the rescheduling of it all.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's okay. We had a really good crowd. The house looked great. There was pink and bows everywhere. It looked like a balloon factory exploded.
Pretty much.
I ordered a balloon arch kit on Amazon and then pretty much made Siri put it together. She did a great job. It's still in my living room.
I'm really good at following instructions that I find online.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I made Jello shots that tasted like candy. I used the pink Starburst Jello and pink Whitney, so they tasted like pink Starburst. And then I put edible gold glitter in them, so they were sparkly. And then for my party punch, I did Prosecco, pink lemonade, or strawberry lemonade, actually. Prosecco, strawberry lemonade, and pink Whitney. So that was really nice. And also glitter in that too, of course.
Yes.
And that was really good. We had kind of a mini crisis. So my party was on Saturday. On Friday, it was on my to-do list for that day to call the bakery because I ordered my cake on January 7th. Literally my first day back in town from Christmas. I flew in and went to order my cake. This was my first birthday cake in 12 years.
Oh my gosh.
So it was very important to me that this cake be worth the wait. And strawberry is my favorite cake. Pretty much all of my birthday cakes have been strawberry. I actually don't know if I've ever had a birthday cake that was not strawberry. Because it's always been my favorite. And so I ordered my cake at Pavilions. I will name drop them because they deserve it. And I ordered a strawberry cake with lots of pink bows on it. And so the day before my party, it was on my to-do list to call the bakery, just, to make sure everything was still good. And also we had to go into the bakery to reschedule my cake because the phone wouldn't work.
Yeah, so we went in there again anyway, but
yeah, I had been in there twice. And anyway, so that Friday they actually called me, the baker did, just to go over everything. Wow. The decorator called me which I was really thankful for because that took one thing off my to-do list because she called while I was driving. So I was like, oh yeah, I can definitely do this right now. Um, anyway, so we like go over everything. She was really nice, like even down to the very specific shade of pink I wanted the bows to be. Um, and then like the last thing she says is, oh, it's a white cake, right? And I said, no, it should be strawberry. And she was like, oh, we don't make strawberry cakes. And I was like, oh, well, when I ordered it, the guy said they could do strawberry. And she was like, yeah, well, we don't. And I was like, well, online it says you do. And she's like, we don't. So I was like, okay. So I hung up with her, didn't cancel the cake because I was panicking. I called 3 or 4 other bakeries and none of them could do strawberry because I specifically ordered from Pavilions because online it said they could do strawberry cake. And I knew that no other cheaper bakeries around here could or wanted to. I think that was the problem. I think they didn't want to do strawberry cake at Pavilions. Because online, like you can even buy a strawberry cake pre-made there. Like it's one of the options, a strawberry cake with strawberry icing.
So weird.
Yeah. Anyway, um, so then I called my mom and I was like, I don't know what to do. It's the day before my party. My party literally is in 24 hours, and now the star of the show is going to be mediocre. I don't even personally like white cake that much. To me, it just tastes like sugar. And so my mom was like, okay, calm down. Just order the cake you originally wanted from Sweet Ease. And I was like, Mom, that cake is $300. And my mom said that she would pay for it for my birthday. So thank you, Mom. And so I called Sweet Ease and was able to order my cake. And I was still kind of panicky and I kind of word vomited all over the girl at Sweet Ease, but she was very nice and very helpful. And she was like, oh, it's your birthday. Because, you know, what's the name on the cake? What's the name on the order? And I said Allison both times. And she was like, oh, it's your birthday. And I was like, yeah. And, thank you so much for being so helpful because today's been like a really stressful day because this just happened and blah, blah, blah. Um, and she was like, okay, I'm going to put you on hold real quick. Let me see what I can do. I'm on hold for probably less than a minute. She comes back and she's like, okay, so I'm going to put down that you've been a loyalty member for more than a day. So you're going to get $10 off because it's your birthday. And also, I'm going to waive the rush fee because we were under 24 hours at this point. And I'm going to give you free home delivery. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And she just goes, yeah, of course. Do you want free glitter? And I said, yeah.
Yes.
So that was a great experience with Sweet Ease. They were wonderful. The cake came earlier than we thought it would. It was delivered to my house, which was really nice. It gave us one less thing to do that day.
Yeah.
And the cake was gorgeous. It's massive. I still have quite a bit of it left in my fridge, and it tasted really good. Did you try any?
hmm
Did you like it? No?
No. Way to
Okay.
put me on the spot. I could have taken that with me to my grave.
Well, I really liked it.
That's what matters the most.
I thought it was really good. It had strawberries and it was nice and it was gorgeous. It was covered in bows. It was massive. This thing's like a wedding cake.
It was the tears. It was like,
Yes.
yeah. hmm
Yeah, but
No, it was beautiful. It was a
yeah,
beautiful cake. We took a lot of pictures of
it
it.
did. Um, yeah, we had a good time. I also had temporary,
She licked my hand.
not me, my dog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The dog. Sorry.
We had temporary tattoos at my party, and that was a big hit. Um, Adults love temporary tattoos, we've learned.
They really do. Yeah, it's a fun thing.
They were all pink bow tattoos. I think every boy left with a pink bow tattoo.
It's like a bow tie or
Yeah.
something.
A lot of people really enjoyed putting them like right on the jugular because then it looked like a bow tie.
Mhm.
Oliver put one right under his eye, a little one. So it was like a teardrop tattoo, but it was a pink bow. I gave
Yeah.
myself a sleeve. It just came off last night. Last night I scrubbed it off because it was starting to look too sad. We had stickers, which people also were very excited about.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Definitely. Oh my gosh, the whole like food spread was mostly pink sweets.
Yeah.
Like pink rock candy on a stick, pink sugar cookies, pink
Starburst.
Starburst, pink gummy bears, pink Oreos.
Yeah. Pink Hershey's Hugs.
Yes, everything pink.
Yeah.
And then there were chips and then cracker and
Veggie
cheese tray. Yeah, and both of those were
Gone.
mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at like midnight, after I had had my giant piece of cake, I was like, I need to eat a vegetable. And so I went and the veggie tray was empty. All the cheese was gone. And I was like, chips it is.
Yep. That was what you had left.
Yep.
Aside from like the
The
sweets.
sweets.
Plenty of sweets because
Yeah.
there were plenty of options.
Yes. The gummy bears were pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked those. I don't think we had any left over of those.
They were a hit.
Yes.
People like gummy snacks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. We made a significant dent in the pink Starburst too. That made me really happy.
People like pink Starburst.
Yeah. Those are the best ones. I'm not gonna lie. Not just because of the color.
They are good flavor.
Genuinely. Yeah.
Mhm.
What else? Sunday we went to Disneyland to celebrate Jasenia's birthday.
Yes, Jasenia is now a member of the club.
Not the throw up in the car club.
No, that's a different.
A different club.
That's a different club.
But I think she had a good time.
Yeah, the only like real downside was that when we wanted to go ride Soren, Soren was down and it just did not come back up.
While we were there.
The only two rides we did Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which we'll talk about, and Cars. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, 10-minute wait, and I don't think we actually waited 10 minutes in that ride.
I don't really think we stopped moving. I think we pretty much walked
I think
on.
it was pretty much a walk on, because it was later in the evening and it was cold. But we were bundled and we had ponchos. So yeah, that was Allison and I's first time on Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I have heard from people that it's way more water than Splash Mountain that gets in, although I was in the back, so I didn't really get wet at all, to be honest.
I was the seat in front of you, so like the second seat from the back. There was one part where like a big wave of water splashed into the boat and it got on my feet, but my feet were in
they were covered.
Bags.
Yeah.
I
Thank
literally
goodness.
got bags at the gift shop and put my feet in them. Little feet for the win. But yeah, if I had not done that, my feet would have been soaked and my day would have been ruined.
Yeah, because you were wearing brand new shoes.
Yeah.
Which I was actually really surprised you wore new shoes to Disneyland. They were very cute.
They were comfy.
Yeah, they were good.
That's why I did, because they are Adidas, so they're comfy. But Jasenia didn't tell us. I've always been very clear, like with water rides, I need at least a 12-hour notice, like minimum. And we're in the car going there, and she goes, oh yeah, we're gonna ride Tiana today. And I said, no, we're not. Because I had freshly washed hair. I was wearing brand new Adidas Gazelles.
Like suede material.
Yeah. But we made it work. I was so nervous on that ride. I honestly did not enjoy that ride because I was so stressed out the whole time.
I was just like dying laughing. Also, the people we ended up with were hilarious.
Oh, they were.
One of the guys who was like the bigger dude in the group was shrieking like a girl the entire time. Like I thought the woman in the front was screaming, and Jasenia was like, no, it was the guy.
And we could see it in our ride photo too.
Oh my gosh, our ride photo has brought me so much joy this week. It is hilarious. Jasenia and I both, which by the way, we're wearing ponchos with like hoods, like the hood is up, like we are just covered, and I'm like all wrapped up in a plastic poncho from the Disney gift store. But Jasenia and I both, our mouths are just open mid scream. It looks like I have tears streaming down my face. Like it is the funniest photo. And the second guy in the ride, his hand is on his heart and he's like
soaked.
And he's soaked because none of those three in the front were wearing ponchos, but he was in a red sweatshirt, so you could clearly see how much of him was just soaked.
But
And
you
the guy
and
behind him
Jasenia,
had both of his hands on his head.
he
Like,
was the shrieker. He
yeah.
was the shrieker.
He stood up mid-ride too. That was
I missed that. I missed most of that
at one
ride.
point, I think water must have rushed in and he like went, whoa, stood up and I was like, oh.
Oh, maybe that was when
No.
oh,
Oh, I don't know what you're gonna say.
I was like, maybe that was when water got on my feet.
Oh, maybe. That was probably it because he stood up.
Maybe. When that happened, I was like,
You had the plastic.
I don't have a lot of faith on plastic bags.
Yeah, I was
Anyway.
fine. I didn't get wet.
Oh, and then in the ride photo, you can't see me at all.
No,
But
you're like, I think you're like holding your hood down.
I had my hoodie zipped up all the way, and then I had the hood on my head to keep my hair
Covered.
in place. And then I had the hood of the poncho on top of that. And I also am like clutching the poncho closed around my face. And my face is down, so you can only see like the top of my head.
Which is funny because the hoodie you were wearing was a brand new one that we had found that day.
Mhm.
It was a Marie hoodie.
And there's a bow on top of my head and cat ears.
So that's just what you see. It's just white and a pink bow.
I mean, that is what was left of me.
Oh my god.
It's funny in that picture to me because you and Jasenia look like your souls are leaving your body, and my body is like my soul left a long time ago.
Oh, it's the funniest ride photo. Like it is top 3 for sure. Top 3 ride photos. It might take I don't know if it takes first place to the Wild Thing ride photo. I feel like that one is still pretty iconic. It might take second place though, and it might knock the Mummy out of its rank because the Mummy ride photo was pretty
That's
good.
pretty good. Which one? The Wild Thing one?
From Valley Fair with my brother, and where I look like I don't know, about to die, and everyone else looks fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We also got to try some of the foods from Lunar New Year. That was our first visit of Lunar New Year.
Yeah.
You had the banh mi hot dog.
Oh my gosh, the banh mi hot dog is a 10 out of 10. It was so good.
Good.
No notes.
It smelled really good. And
Yeah.
the sauce on it looked really good.
Mhm.
I tried the shrimp garlic noodle situation.
Oh, yeah,
That
the
was
shrimp lo
really
mein.
good. That was good. I liked that a lot. And Jasenia had birria something.
Well, she got the birria baked potato in Land at Refreshment Corner.
Right.
And then at the Lunar New Year Festival, she got, it was like a pork dish. I can't remember what it was called. I remember what booth it was at.
Mhm.
And I remember that it's not on my list, but it smelled really good. I think she gave it like an 8 out of 10 or an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
It was something pork, and I think it had rice.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. They also, the Baja Blast seltzer is back at Award Wieners. So I had that again. It's so yummy. It's so yummy.
You also had the mango peach. Is that what's the mimosa?
Oh, yes. Right now their mimosa at the refreshment carts is in DCA is a mango peach mimosa. That thing was so good. Like the mimosas are, I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of hit or miss. Like sometimes they're really good and sometimes they're like really. Like the Halloween one was a green apple one.
That sounds delicious.
It wasn't bad, but it did taste like a Jolly Rancher, and that was like a lot of Jolly Rancher for me.
That's my favorite Jolly Rancher.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you would have liked it, but it was like
Not for you.
I mean, I didn't dislike it. It was just like by the end of it, the whole bottom of that little flute was just the syrup.
Oh,
And I was like,
Yeah.
no, we're done.
too much.
But this was really good. It was sweet because peach. But it was really good. I would get that again. What did I eat that night? I know I ate something else. Oh, I had the lobster roll.
Oh, yeah, when we were over after Tiana's. That's right, because Jasenia really wanted to get the cookies, the viral cookies. And you had the lobster roll, which I've wanted to try for forever. It looked really good.
I originally thought I was going to get a pretzel, but I was starving. That whole day, I just needed food.
Yes.
And so I tried the lobster roll. It was so good. Like the roll was very buttery. So like brace yourselves. But like it was really good. The lobster was, I won't say it was like the freshest, but it was good. The like lobster salad they made out of it was good. The bun was really nice. Tasted buttery and salty, which I
Yeah.
always want buttery and salty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It was
got a
yummy.
churro.
Oh yeah, you did.
I never get churros because I don't really like churros that much, but like it just sounded good and it hit the spot. It was
Good.
what I needed in the evening before we left.
Hmm.
A plain one. I did not get one of the specialty. The one at the cart we saw sounded disgusting, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't really care about the specialty ones, so
What was it? Do you remember?
I don't know, something
Okay.
bean.
Bean.
Yeah, I don't know, it was weird.
Ew.
It sounded weird. So I was like, "You have normal churros, right?" And she was like, "Yeah." Like, "Okay, can I have one?" And she was like, "Yeah." Like,
Good.
amazing. I was like, "This is great." We didn't do that bad. Oh, we also went to Company D.
We did go to
That
Company
one.
D, and you are wearing what you got
I
there.
am wearing what I got there.
Siri was able to find the Lizzie McGuire Crocs at Company D for 40% off.
50% off.
50. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which when I saw these in the store, I wanted them, especially because they also had my size.
Hmm.
Um, but I was like, there's no way I'm spending full price on those. Like, there is just no way. Like, that's ridiculous. I cannot justify that. But when I saw them at Company D and they were 50% off, I was like,
Yeah.
yoink.
Nice.
And that's all I got at Company D.
Good.
Hmm.
I got the Pizza Smuggler sweatshirt that I'd been wanting for years. And then I got an athletic skirt.
Yes, that one's really cute. And that was a good price.
Yeah, it was only like $15, so
Mhm.
that was good. Then we also went to downtown Disney. We went to D-Lander and we went to, what is that place called? The new place.
Oh, I don't remember what the whole, it's like Parkside Brews is, or I don't remember what the whole
Yeah,
new food area is called.
but we went to the bar part of it that's upstairs, and that was really cool. It was like such a good vibe. All the bartenders were nice and
Mhm.
fun and chatty,
You could order food from the other places while sitting at the bar. Like
and they would bring
I
it to
could have
you.
gotten
Yeah,
a coffee from Sip and Sonder, but we'd literally come from a coffee shop.
yeah.
So I was like, I don't need a coffee after downing my coffee. But they did have lavender lattes, which is my favorite.
Mhm.
So good to know
So one day,
for later.
yeah. Yeah, but that was really nice. I
Mhm.
liked it. It was like quiet and just a good vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, they had some cool drinks that they'd serve in fun containers.
Yes, pretty much every glass I saw them take out because we were sitting at the bar, so we could like see them making things too. Pretty much every glass I saw them take out was a cool glass. Like they had some, what they serve their frosé in is a flamingo with a butt and a very long neck, and it's very cute. And then I also saw some glasses that were shaped like beehives,
Yeah.
so that was cool.
Yeah, just cool, nice touches.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Ren has joined the podcast for the first time.
Mhm.
I hope that the pop filter didn't filter out his purrs.
Oh, hey,
Lila's jealous.
you just swatted at her.
Oh,
That was rude. Why did you do that? Um, yeah, I forgot. We actually spent quite a bit of time at that bar
yeah,
too. But it was because it's new. I think it's technically still in its soft open phase.
I
So
think so.
that's kind of nice.
But that was what Jasenia wanted to do, and no one was mad about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
so
great.
she got a set of personalized ears
Yes,
that turned out
finally.
super cute.
Mhm.
Yeah, successful Disney day.
Yes.
Then Monday, I was super sick. Of course, on my first day off in a long time
Mhm.
with nothing to do. It's like my body knows. It's like, oh, you don't have anything to do today? Let's be ill. Um, but I felt fine when I first woke up Monday. I was like tired, but that's not unusual for me. And then I was awake for a while. I had my coffee, and then around like noon or so, I made myself a sandwich because I was like, well, I should probably eat. And then almost immediately, I was nauseous and didn't stand up for like 6 hours because it felt really risky. So I spent most of the day horizontal on the couch. So that was fun. Not at all, but
No.
I also tried to take a nap because I was like, I think I just need to like sleep this off. So I tried to take a nap on the couch, which normally I can take really nice couch naps. Like it's a pretty good setup that I have out there. And so I like am trying to take a nap and I'm just not really going to sleep. But then when I do like kind of start maybe dozing off, I can like feel and I'm actively aware because I'm like not asleep. I'm conscious enough to be aware that my body stops breathing because I have sleep apnea. So then I was like, okay, we're not going to sleep because that's not fun. So then I was just awake and miserable.
Yes.
Yep. But ever since then, I've slept great. The past 2 nights, I've had probably the best 2 nights of sleep in my entire life. So that's nice.
Yes.
Yesterday, after Siri got off of work, we went to Cheesecake Factory and had an early dinner because we're elderly now. That was great.
It was good. I had a reward for a free slice of cheesecake. So I took that to go, which was good.
Good.
But I had to pick up my Adidas that I had ordered. So they were ready to pick up. So we did that. And then Allison had a Francesca's reward to use.
Yes, my birthday discount, which she didn't use actually. She was like, oh, I don't think I can use that since it's on sale. And then I read it after and it said no exclusions because it was a birthday discount.
Whoops.
So, I mean, it's fine, but I'm like, really?
Ugh. So strange. Oh my gosh. So this has been a whole thing. I think I talked about my Francesca's package that was stolen.
The saga continues.
The saga continues. I mean, I'm just out the $100 that the package was. It is what it is. And at this point, I have reordered everything from that package that I was actually just really sad about because I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the thing. I was like, I wanted this stuff and I've been waiting for it since December.
Yeah.
Okay. So things have been reordered and I reordered them to be delivered to the store. The store we were actually at yesterday, but none of it is actually in there. It has not made it to the store yet. The shipping takes forever, apparently. Anyway, but one of the things I had ordered was a purse. So I have purchased it twice now, right? The second purchase, well, the first purchase has been stolen. It's gone, whatever. That it's RIP.
Rude.
The second order though, they let me know that it shipped and then I immediately got a refund for that item saying that it was out of stock by the time they went to go ship my order. And I was like, are you kidding me? I just like really wanted that purse. And at that point, I had looked at some replacement options on Amazon, but the one at Francesca's was just cheaper, honestly. And so I was like, are you kidding me? I just deleted all of those from my Amazon wish list. Not a big deal. Like, I'll just add them again and I'll wait and order it later. Well, when we were at the Francesca's last night, they had that stupid purse in stock in that store. I'm like, are you kidding me? The store I'm literally picking up this order at, but anyway, so I bought it. And I now have it.
Good.
But I also, there was one ring that I did not reorder, and I was showing the worker because I was telling her my whole saga. And she was like, we have that ring. And so I did end up getting it because I had a coupon code that I could use.
Yeah.
And then a shirt that I also did not reorder because I was like, it's fine. They had the same shirt in a different color in the store, and I ended up buying that too. So
Yeah.
at this point, I have repurchased all but one of the items from the stolen order.
Yeah.
I don't have all of them yet, but I'm waiting.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. I'm also without gas in my apartment for the next 4 weeks because the gas company doesn't have anyone that can come out to turn it on. So that's really fun.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they turned it off with no warning. My apartment had told me that they pay for gas. And I was just like, wow, that's crazy. Because usually that's something that's not covered. But I was like, well, it makes sense because they cover water.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, cool. And like I have a Burbank Water and Power account because it's, water and power company. So I pay the power bill. Like that's normal. And I was like, well, I guess it makes sense. They cover our water. Maybe they cover the gas just for, the water heater. I don't know. Whatever. It like made sense in my brain. But anyway, nope. Apparently I was supposed to have called and made my own account, which actually you can do online. So like I would have done it immediately had I known.
Yeah.
Also would have done it immediately had anyone
Said
said anything or given me notice or anything of that nature. Received no mail communication, no flyers. I feel like usually if a company is going to do like a service shut off, they go and like do like a post-it note almost like on your door, on your mailbox
Yeah.
or something of that
Yeah.
nature. Nothing. And when I was finally able, because I made an account online, because of course they were closed until Tuesday. Made an account online, scheduled someone to come in 4 weeks, and was like, "That's crazy. I'll call when they're open and see if they can get someone like rush someone out sooner because that's nuts and like also pretty much illegal. You can't just turn off someone's
Yeah.
utilities without a notice.
Yeah.
Also in the middle of winter when it's heat. I mean, I guess technically they can if it doesn't go below 32. But I'm like, it's been kind of chilly.
Yeah. It's been
Not
cold
32,
actually
but it
at
has
night.
been pretty cold at night. Um, but anyway, I called and they were basically like, "Oh no, we shut it off because we were hoping that would force you to call us." And I was like, "You need to send notice." And she's like, "Let me look." She's like, "It looks like we sent a letter to this mailing address in December." And I'm like, "One letter?" I'm like,
That you never
I never
received.
received a letter. You go off of one letter and then just randomly choose a date to turn off gas with no other
Also, the
notice.
date that they picked was in a 3-day holiday weekend,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that they're not open.
Yeah, also in the midst of major fires and devastation in this surrounding area. Um, but yeah, so the woman I talked to tried to be nice about it. She was just trying to do her job, like, it is what it is. But she was like, we're just spread really thin with everything going on. I was like, that's why it's weird to me that you would turn off a
Yeah.
service when you have no ability to get someone there for a month. For a month. And she was just like, yep, yeah, there's nothing I can do. I've filed a complaint with CPUC. I don't know what will come of it because, of course, like the utility company is going to try to be like, we sent a letter. I'm like, I didn't get a letter.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Also,
you need to give more notice than that when you're actually shutting off.
I was supposed to say, I'm pretty sure they have to try 3 times.
Yeah, I'm like, so one letter, record of one letter is not good enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not expecting that to go anywhere, but I did file the complaint already.
Good.
So we'll see what happens. I could see someone trying to put it on me like, well, you never made an account. And I was like, I was told that it would be included. Had I known, I would have made the account. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal now, but it didn't have to.
Exactly.
So that's been fun. I need to text my coworker so she can bring me her space heater tomorrow.
Yeah. Do you want one of mine?
She'll bring me one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. So I also my stove and oven is gas, so I can't cook. I bought a hot plate.
Yep.
So I can cook on the hot plate. Just
Do you have hot
wonderful.
water?
Yeah, I have hot water.
Okay.
It's just the gas to my unit. So just my heater and my oven. Mm-hmm. Like how fun.
Great.
Because I really like to cook right now too. So I'm like, well, and I just bought chicken.
Oh yeah, you did.
Like I can't make, well, I guess I could do it on the hot plate in a pan, but
Yeah.
I usually bake my chicken in the oven and I'm prepping it. It's fine. It's in the freezer. It'll be fine. I just won't have it for a minute. Or I could do it on stove. Whatever. Whatever. It's been a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Stolen package, no gas.
Yep.
It's
Going
fine.
really well.
Mm-hmm.
What a year this month has been.
Oh my gosh, we haven't even talked about the drama. We are not going to, but
Oh, it took me a minute. I was like, drama.
you're like,
Country
what
drama.
drama? Country drama. Um, no. Yeah.
I saw a thing this morning. So at least 8 hours ago. So this is not going to be the current number. In the, or since Monday at noon Eastern time, 200 executive orders had been made as of this morning. And I was talking to my friend about it yesterday, and I was like, I feel like we need to have like a limit, like a daily, like you cap it like 4 per day. And that doesn't exist because we've never needed it before. And a lot of these type of parameters that I feel like should exist don't exist because we've never needed it before.
Yeah, I feel like our checks and balances system needs some more checks and balances.
Yeah. Well, we've never needed it before. Everyone else at least tried to pretend like they had their shit together.
Yeah, even George W. Bush.
Mm-hmm.
Like that man's kind of hilarious, not gonna lie. Like he was not a great president, but like I wasn't concerned. I was actually concerned in the moment, but I wasn't like concerned for the basic fabric and foundation of our country's government. Like I just was like, wow, people think we're idiots. And like now it's like everyone thinks we are idiots and we kind of are. Dude, like the fact that he wants to end birthright citizenship, that just tickles me pink because it's so funny because that would mean the only legal citizens in this country are immigrants.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yep, I laughed. I was like, wow, I wouldn't be a citizen anymore. I'm a citizen because I was born here.
Yeah.
My parents are citizens because they were born here.
This is true.
So that's funny.
I did really appreciate that the morning after the inauguration, I woke up and there had already been 12 federal lawsuits filed against him and his administration. So I was like, good, good. Like the ACLU was on that shit.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna go down without a fight.
No.
No, whenever people are just like, well, if you don't like it, leave. And I was like, no, actually, I'm not going to leave because that's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is that I live here and this is a country that I feel like we should care about each other and other people. So I'm gonna stay here and see what I can do about it. Like, I'm not in danger.
The lack of empathy
Mm-hmm.
within the past year, especially, has just really been a growing concern of mine. And I don't, I can't wrap my head around how we would expect children to do better when that's the example that is being glorified.
There are no great
Male.
male figures for young men to look up to.
Yeah.
At this point, they're looking up to Zuck. They're looking up to Bezos. They're looking up to Elon Musk. They're looking up to Donald Trump. They're looking up to Logan and Jake Paul.
All of that is terrifying.
Like all of these, yeah, it is actually terrifying. Like when I was little, we were looking up to Bill Nye the Science Guy. We were looking up to the president at the time. We were looking up to Mr. Rogers, a man who was
Mr.
so
Rogers.
compassionate and so caring about children and children's programming being educational
and like accessible.
Mm-hmm.
Like when PBS was going to be defunded, he testified in Congress.
Yeah, his speech is awesome. If you have the chance, you should look it up.
He's just a cool
he has like just such a masterful approach to using emotional appeals.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get the judge on his side.
And it worked.
Yeah, the judge not only like gave him more of a budget, like they were going to cut the budget in half and he ended up approving more funding. But it was anyway.
Yeah.
Well-spoken man. We don't have those. We just have loud, angry men. Loud, angry men.
Loud, angry men are like the most unattractive thing in the world to me.
Yeah.
I was kind of complaining about that to my friend yesterday too, because I have a person in my life that I am around when I visit family who I love, but this person will get to a point where it's kind of unbearable. Like it's hard to be around this person at times. And I was complaining about that yesterday. And I was like, yeah, he just gets louder when he feels like he's not making his point. Like his volume just increases. The quality of his argument doesn't, just his volume. And that's
Yeah.
like I'm not attracted to men, but like when I see that, even if it's not in person, when I see that via video, it like makes my uterus close up that much more.
No, men ain't shit.
No.
Um,
I almost got a hat yesterday and I really wish I had, but it was so cute. It was a pink baseball hat and it had a conversation heart on it. And the conversation heart said, dump him. That is always my advice.
funny.
Dump him. He's literally just a guy.
Hit him with your car. Anyway, it's very. It was supposed to be the Barbie movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
that was also so sad on Monday because everyone on TikTok was grieving, which fair, same. But I had to like retrain my algorithm for the day. I was like, please only show me aesthetic videos. I know you think this is an aesthetic video because it's pink, but it's not.
like, I don't actually want to look at this. I don't want to think about it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm already sick. I don't want to cry too.
Oh my gosh, sorry, this is sort of unrelated, but the TikTok ban that was only 12 hours. What's really hilarious to me about it is the number of people that deleted TikTok. I'm like, it wasn't even 12 hours. Like, it was 12 hours, my guy.
You dumb bitches.
And you deleted it? I'm like, there are so many people that did that. I'm like, you're that glued to your phone and that like actually thoughtful about your storage space that you deleted this app and then 12 hours later it's back up. I'm like, that was a little quick. Like and now the thing is they can't re-download it.
That makes so much sense. Because this morning I saw a video about like a hack or whatever if you can't download TikTok. And I was like, why would anyone need to download TikTok?
Because so many people deleted it.
People are dumb.
Like a bunch of my students deleted it. Some of my coworkers, because someone was like, I see you sent me a TikTok, but I actually deleted it after the ban. And I was like, why? What were you doing on a Saturday night at 8 p.m. that you decided you should just go ahead and delete that app? Like you literally gave up that fast? But I was like, why did so many people delete this app?
Because they're dumb. People are dumb.
I'm like, I didn't think it was real. And you know what? It really wasn't.
I was very pleasantly surprised that it happened during my party because I was distracted and busy and with the people I would have been sending TikToks to. So I feel like collectively as a group, we handled it very well. Because someone was just like, oh my gosh, you guys TikTok's down. And then everyone checked and we were like, well, all right, another shot, everybody.
We're like, well, all right.
Yep.
That was another and people who were like, thanks, Trump. And I was like, the man that created the problem.
Who also was not in office.
No, no. Uh, there's a lot. There's a lot going on. We are not a democracy any longer.
Nope.
Um,
I really like the word oligarchy. I don't like what it means, but it is fun to say.
Yeah, we are in an era now of governments being bought.
Yeah, for profit everything.
So that's fun. Rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
It's really an unfortunate time for me to be having my life experience.
Yeah, no, I would like to
Opt out.
Yeah, I'd like to opt out. I mean, I would go back to the 90s. That was like such a fun era.
I was thinking about that the other day because when all of this stuff was happening with birthright and a bunch of other executive orders that were made that day, Like, this is not the America that my grandparents fought for. Like, both of my grandfathers were in the military in World War II, obviously for America. And like, this isn't it. Like, this isn't it.
No.
And I was thinking about it and I was like, I have always kind of had the thought that like it never, like the struggles, because everyone talks like the good old days, it never actually is the good old days. Like there were things happening, you just weren't aware of them. So my thought is like the struggle has always kind of been the same level. It's just like something else shifts and changes, like either the global perspective of it or the amount of people it's affecting. And now I'm like, no, I genuinely wish I had been born like 20 years earlier. I wish I had been the age I am now in the early 2000s. Like,
Yeah, that would have been the era.
because I still would have been pissed about George Bush, but at least I wouldn't have, or at least from what I remember of the early 2000s, which isn't a lot because I was quite little.
It would just be nice if you were already older and out of college
Yeah.
when the housing crash hit.
Yeah.
Because that was devastating. That like ruined everything for millennials.
Yeah. Yep. And also, it would have been really nice to experience, we can have different views and still be friends. Because at this point, it's not different views, it's different morality.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you don't value my life in the same way I value yours, we're not gonna be friends.
Like, listen, we're not talking about fucking pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm not gonna
these
like.
are actual life and death situations for a lot of people.
Like, you don't think that trans child is a person? Mm-mm. No.
You think I'm worth less than my brother because I don't have that dick between my legs that actually makes him significantly dumber than me?
Yeah, no thanks.
2 and 2 does not equal 5. Anyway.
It's really close.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a nice thing to experience.
Yep. Also, when Bill Clinton was in office, we had a surplus in our economy.
Oh, the economy historically does better under blue, which I think is so funny.
Oh yeah, because Republicans are always like, well, I vote Republican because of the financials of it. And I was like, show me the economic
I love
data to back that up.
Tell me the reasoning behind why they do what they do, and I'm like, you just invalidated your own argument, friend.
The thing is, they don't vote for the economy, they vote for their pocket.
Yeah.
And if you are wealthy, then that does help your pocket. If you are poor, it really hurts your pocket, but you're too brainwashed to see that. I don't know, man.
There was a whole movement during this last year called Latinas for Trump. And it's really unfortunate. It's tragic. I thought it was tragic when it was happening. And now it's like, well, you sure did fuck around and now you sure are about to find out.
Oh yeah, like historically, Latino men will vote for Trump, and it's like, what are you doing? They're like, yeah, like He-Man. Yeah, no.
Best of luck with all of that.
Yep. Anyway.
On the bright side, my dog has a new bow collar and it's really cute. The bow is slightly smaller, so now she doesn't trip on it, which is great for her. It is a slightly smaller bow, so it is slightly less cute, but it's clean. Some of my friends for my birthday got Lila a pair of satin pink pajamas.
They're so cute.
She's slept in them every night. They're in the wash right now. They're precious and I love them. Yeah.
Yes.
Dogs are cute. Panini just had her gotcha day.
Yes. Yep, 2 years of Panini in my life. It's crazy. Yeah. It was like Mocha knew too. They were fighting like crazy last night. Like, stop it. Stop snarling at each other.
Yeah. Well, that's siblings for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I guess that'll bring us to the end of this episode of Clearly Thriving. Yep.
Hmm.
I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we're thriving.
Clearly.
Clearly.